is she hiding behind me? I can't really answer that, honestly. Hello people on the interwebs, my name is Alani, but you can just call me Legs, depending on my name. It's hard to say, so yeah. I don't know if I mentioned this before on my channel. I probably have, and I just don't really remember, but ads. Alright, but I am a massive wrestling fan, okay? I've literally been watching wrestling since I was like 7 years old. I do not miss a single PLE. I don't miss a single Raw or SmackDown, even if sometimes PLEs get a little boring. I am always up to date, okay? I'm very up to date. I can't tell you anything about math or science, okay? But tell me about something that happened in 2013 between CM Punk and The Shield, and I'm your girl, okay? So yeah, I am a massive wrestling fan, so being able to spend 3 days surrounded by other wrestling fans, I was all for it, okay? This year SummerSlam for the very first time was 2 nights, and it was right here in MetLife Stadium in Jersey. Right across MetLife Stadium is this big mall called the American Dream Mall. And the American Dream Mall, they tend to do a lot of things in, I guess, like partnership with MetLife Stadium. They've had things for Blackpink when they were there. They've had things for Beyonce and Taylor Swift when they were there. So naturally, they also had a whole event for wrestling. This whole event went on from Friday all the way to Sunday. It was a long event. I was there for all 3 days. So we're gonna talk about it. I tried my best to vlog, but if you watched my videos before, you know I don't like vlogging a lot in public. So I didn't really talk to the camera much, but I do have some clips. But we're gonna talk about it, so don't worry. We're gonna talk about it.
Let me talk to you!
So right off the bat, I will say I went Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Friday was the quietest day. Obviously, it's during the week. There wasn't that many people there, and even for me in Greece, there wasn't that many people for you to meet and greet. Me and my dad really just went Friday to like map out what we're gonna be doing because we wanted to make sure we were prepared for whatever was gonna happen. But I will say, even still on Friday, the lines were so long. They were doing meet and greets in the mall, but they also had a what they called the superstore. Essentially, they just took a vacate spot and filled it with merch, and it was a lot. There was a lot of people. Even on Friday, the line wrapped around that little like section of the mall. But the superstore was in one spot, right? On one side of the mall. The line was so long on Saturday and Sunday that it literally wrapped all the way around, down the hall, around a different section of the mall, and all the way down to where Hot Topic is. That's like literally across the other side of the mall. If I could put like a picture here to kind of show it, I will, because I didn't get any clips of it. That line was too long. I was not gonna walk that whole long just to show you how long it was. And I think honestly, the lines are the reason why like I was so tired. Right now, as I'm recording this, it is Thursday, okay? I did not have energy Monday or Tuesday. Yesterday, I kind of had energy. I was just a little lazy. But I didn't have any energy Monday or Tuesday to record this, and I think this is partly why. Both from walking and doing all the stuff in between. Why did you just hit me in the back, lady? Both from walking around, obviously, but also just standing in those lines. And I will say the lines did move kind of fast, so that was a plus, but even still with it moving pretty fast, it was so long. They had 2 separate stores, so they had like the Superstore, which is just like regular shirts, Funko Pops, jackets, simple memorabilia. And then they had another store, which I forgot what they called it, but that was all the pricey shit, okay? That was titles, signed belts, autographed Funko Pops, autographed pictures, a lot. It was very expensive. They had Rhea Ripley's vest, like her actual vest that says "I'm your mommy" on the back. It was so cool, so heavy, so expensive. But it was so cool, and they had a lot of cool stuff like that. It was just a lot pricier, okay? The stores were really cool. I think that there was a lot of people that they missed on merch. We went to get a lot of merch, that's why I have this shirt here. I also got an Undertaker shirt somewhere. I don't know where it went. But yeah, this shirt is huge because I essentially just got it so that I can work out, and which is where I'm going after recording this, so, you know. But yeah, the merch was really cool. They had some really cool designs. I just feel like that they missed a lot of people. There wasn't a lot of Randy Orton shirts. There wasn't a lot of Roman Reigns. No Wyatt Six shirts. They had Wyatt Six like masks, but they didn't have any shirts, which sucks because I really wanted a Wyatt Six shirt. Not a lot of CM Punk. There was just a lot of people that they did not have when it came to merch, and it was weird because a lot of people, they didn't even have Becky Lynch, and it's weird because a lot of the people that they had in the store didn't even have matches for SummerSlam. So I don't know. I just think that if you're gonna have a SummerSlam Superstore, you should have all the merch for everyone who's gonna be at SummerSlam. I think that just like makes sense. I don't know. Some of the things were a little pricey. I know my mom got this bottle, like a tumbler bottle, whatever, that was like almost $50. That's kind of crazy. But for the shirts or whatever, like it was kind of normal prices. These, or not this one, but the Undertaker shirt that I got, it's also in part with it's called Civil Regime. They have a lot of like workout clothes and streetwear kind of stuff or whatever. Normally on their website the shirts are pretty pricey. They're a bit cheaper in the Superstore, which was nice because I'm broke, so I took advantage and got the shirts that I wanted from Civil Regime for less price. I don't think things were too pricey. They were kind of like normal price of everything, so I guess that was cool. I will say though, I think the best part was the fact that they had this other thing connected with it that was from Fanatics. It was like a big wheel. I don't know what you call it, but it's like that big wheel that you spin and you can get like prizes or whatever. But with Fanatics, they ended up doing, you spin it and you can either get merch or discounts, which was great. It wasn't even discounts, like they would literally give you money and you can take it and go to the store, which was cool. We didn't do that Friday because we didn't know what it was, and you know, we spent a lot of money Friday, unfortunately. But Saturday and Sunday we did do it. Saved a lot of money on getting more merch, so that was great. On Sunday though, my dad ended up spinning and getting $500. He ended up, there's this wrestling belt that he's been wanting for fucking years now. I think like 2-3 years since it freaking released, that he's been wanting, and he kept saying all weekend, if I get 500 we are getting the belt. If I get 500 we're getting the belt. We ended up getting 500 on Sunday. We literally ran to go get the belt. It's a cool ass belt. It's heavy as hell. It's like a legit belt. Like the one that I have, I got when I was like 14. My parents got it for me for my birthday. So it's like all plastic and everything. This belt that my dad got is literally metal. The plaques are metal. The emblems are metal. It's crazy. It's fucking heavy. I just really wish I would have had money so I could get Rhea Ripley's vest or fucking Alexa Bliss's jacket. Ah! You better not throw up behind me. I just wish that I had money so that I can get Lexi's jacket. That would have been so cool. Or Rhea Ripley's vest. Oh my god. I think if I would have gotten Rhea Ripley's vest, I would have cosplayed as Rhea Ripley for Halloween, cause like why wouldn't I? But unfortunately I'm too broke for that. So you know. But it was very cool, and I hope that we get more merch, like big merch stores like this, the next time WWE comes around, because it was really cool. And I always struggle finding like wrestling shirts, like cool wrestling shirts that is not just like the person slapped onto the shirt, you know. So it was really cool to have actual like merch store with all these really cool designs and everything. I love it. Next time I will say we really need to go with money. I spent money I did not have. I mean I had, obviously, but I should not have spent it. But it's okay, I got my CM Punk Funko Pop. I'm very content with the money I spent. Okay, and moving on to the actual meet and greets. I'm gonna be very honest, I did not record a lot of the meet and greets, okay? On Saturday we saw Zelina Vega, and then Sunday we saw Jade Cargill, Finn Balor, and JD McDonough. JD and Finn Balor, obviously they're a tag team, so we saw them together. And all I really have to say is that all 4 of them, they were seriously so cool. Zelina especially, we went only for 1 autograph, so essentially you have to kind of pay per autograph. So, you know, it was like $50 to see Zelina, 1 autograph, no pictures, and then I would have to pay another $50 if I wanted 2 autographs. But Zelina Vega was so cool, beyond belief, okay? She signed my dad's Funko Pop, and then she asked if I wanted my belt signed. I was like, yes. So I gave her my belt, she signed my belt, and then she was like, oh, do you guys want to take a picture? I was like, obviously. So it was pretty cool. We didn't have to pay for all the extra stuff, and she was just so cool and so nice and so sweet, and I loved her so much. And same thing with Jade Cargill. I had a ticket to get my belt signed, so obviously we did that. And let me just say, between Zelina Vega and Jade Cargill, these 2 women, fucking gorgeous, okay? I remember when I saw both of them come out, the first thing that came out of my mouth was, wow, she's so pretty. But yeah, I didn't record being with Jade, because again, I was just kind of enjoying the moment already. But when we went up the night before, Jade Cargill had a match for the belts, for Tiffy's belt, and lost somehow. Okay, and we literally went up to her, and the first thing we said, we were like, Tiffy, really, girl? Like, you lost to Tiffy? Really? And right away she was like, Tiffy who? Tiffy who? You know, I gotta let people do their thing, have their little moments. Are you okay, Mabel? She really wants to be on camera. Alright, talk that talk, Mabel. Word. I don't know why she's back there. She could literally move over here or over here, but you know. But yeah, Jade was mad cool. We didn't get like extra autographs or pictures or anything, but she was super cool. So pretty, and I loved her. I will say, very pretty, but also very scary. If you've never seen Jade Cargill, I will put a picture somewhere here. The girl's a fucking beast, bro. She is so built, and it is so impressive and very inspiring. I would love to get myself even like a quarter close to that, okay? It was just so crazy though, because she was signing stuff and she had that top, so it was like here, right? So you couldn't really see her biceps, but she would sign something and it was like, boom! You would see her shoulder pop, like the muscles pop, and I was like, she's not even flexing. She's not even flexing right now. And this girl's muscles are popping out. It's so crazy, and I love it so much. And I want to get like that so bad. And then later that day, we saw Finn Balor and JD McDonough. And I'm not gonna lie right now, okay? We got said ticket solely for my dad to meet Finn Balor. My dad has been trying to meet Finn Balor for years now, alright? Like when I tell you, my dad has been a fan of him since he started in New Japan, then to NXT, then to main roster, and then all these years that he's been on main roster. My dad has been trying very hard to get to meet Finn Balor, and my dad isn't the type of person to like go all gaga for people. I think this is the closest I've ever seen my dad to like going full fanboy though. I love Finn Balor, okay? I'm obsessed with Finn Balor. I loved when he came out as the Demon when I was a kid. And I'm not gonna lie, I do really like JD, okay? As a character, okay, as his persona and everything, but I do love him as a wrestler. He's so incredible as a wrestler, also really good on the mic, so, you know. But yeah, this was solely for my dad to enjoy. But they were very cool. Finn Balor was talking with my dad pretty much the whole time. I stood with JD. I shook JD's hand, and can I say, his forearms, wow. He shook my hand and it was like, boom, like just muscle. I was like, whoa. Literally, I shook his hand. I was like, hi, nice to meet you. Wow. But yeah, I remember he was like, oh yeah, you can go say hi to Finn as well. And I was like, yeah, no. Let them have this moment. Just let it happen. I can wait. But yeah, we took some pictures. They were super cool too. But yeah, again, that was more so for my dad. So I didn't do too much talking, but you know, they were still cool regardless. Overall, the whole meet and greet experience thing was so fucking cool. Everybody was so sweet, so nice. I saw Braun Breaker walk past me. We didn't get any videos of that because I was just admiring. I'm not gonna lie, okay, I'm not the type of person to like have a type, you know. People are like, oh, I'll only date guys who are like 7 foot tall all the way up there or whatever, or I'll only date guys who have abs or whatever. I'm not that type of person, okay? But I will say, if I ever meet a guy that even has a like build remotely close to Braun Breaker, I'm not gonna like just give myself to you, but I will definitely try a little harder for you, just saying. You know what's so crazy is that I know my parents follow me on here and I'm a little afraid that they might actually watch this video. And I know my parents, they're gonna hold this over my head. Anyways, it's just like, how do you not? Like, he can do without the spray tan. The spray tan is really bad. Besides the point, yeah, I wanted to see Braun Breaker, but he was sold out within like an hour, so I didn't end up getting to see him, but I did see him walk past and I was very happy. But yeah, there were a lot of other people there. We ended up going to the food court, because where the food court is, you can see kind of down into where they're doing the photo ops. Rhea Ripley's fan signing and photo op, it was sold out in a matter of minutes, okay, shocker. And it was the most packed I think I'd ever seen any of the meet and greets for the whole day, or for the whole weekend really, so that was really cool. The same thing with Stephanie back here, she was packed. It was cool that she was packed, but looking at everybody that was there, it was mainly like men, like older men, and I just hope nothing weird happened. We'll just put it that way. I hope everything was clean and safe and nobody was being a weirdo. But yeah, I did also want to see Stephanie back here, and she was sold out too.
I was just thinking the same thing. I was like, it's kind of weird how many guys are on her line. She has really shiny hair. Oh my god.
Who else was there? I know Naomi was there, Undertaker was there. We were trying to get tickets for my mom. A whole bunch of complications came up. I said okay, whatever, and here we are. Jey Uso, Jimmy Uso, Drew McIntyre was there, Naomi was there. There was this one guy that was there for Naomi that was overly excited. He ended up screaming so loud it echoed through everything, and you could literally see when he screamed, everyone went. I mean, you can't say that that's not a fan. He also was dancing when Naomi twerked on her and she smacked his ass. So it was very interesting. Can't say he wasn't a fan though. He made that very clear. He was a big fan. Overall, everything was really cool when it came down to the meet and greets. Only thing I will say, I wish that they were kind of more organized in lines and everything. When you go in, for the autographs it was kind of fine because they had like the little sections with like a stand with their name on it, so you just find which one that you're going to and you go in. More for the photo ops though. The photo ops was kind of crazy. It was just like a bunch of people standing in one area, and then they were like, "Are you here to meet Finn and JD?" Huh? Because you couldn't hear them. Yeah, it was a little messy, but I mean, it worked out in the long run, so it's okay. It was a very long event, okay, but I was very happy about it. Alright, I don't have a whole lot of friends, if that's not like evident for some reason, and even the few friends that I do have, they aren't really into wrestling the way that I am, which sucks because again, I am a massive wrestling fan, so I can go on and on and on and on talking about wrestling. I just don't, because I know I'm gonna bother them with it. So it was really interesting going over to American Dream and seeing just how many people are actually into wrestling, and there were a lot of women too, which was even more shocking to me because I was always told growing up that wrestling was like a boy thing. So to see so many women there overall was just so cool, honestly. But then it made me kind of upset because I was like, where are you people that I can never meet you? Like, I try really hard to find friends that have a lot in common with me, but for the most part, most of my friends are like into anime or they're into K-pop. I can never find wrestling fans, but for some reason, They all came out this past weekend, so like where are they hiding that I can never find them? It's unfair. Mabel's over here now this time. But yes, a lot of people showed up. It was super cool, and it was just really fun to be in a space filled with wrestling fans, okay? I didn't talk to too many people, but the people that I did talk to were pretty cool and really chill people. So some of them had really wrong opinions about who should be winning belts and whatnot, but we'll talk about that later. Overall, people were very cool, and I very much enjoyed. Alright, so now that you've seen everything that I had for In American Dream, we need to talk SummerSlam. Night 1 and night 2. Night 1, we actually went to SummerSlam. It was really last minute, but we decided to go to MetLife and watch night 1. Yeah, we gotta talk about it because I have big feelings to express about both nights, so let's talk about it. Alright, so I pulled up the whole match card and everything for night 1. I'm not gonna lie, for night 1 the matches weren't too crazy, but that's normally how things go when it's a 2-night event. Night 1 is like the tamer matches, and then night 2 is where it gets crazy, so you know. So starting off the night strong, first match was Roman Reigns and Jey Uso versus Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed. Start off the night and also start off SummerSlam. Great match. The match was insane, especially with the whole tension between Braun Breaker and Roman Reigns. The skill set level was very close, especially with those two in the fucking spears. So it was a really intense match. Shit got crazy. Jey Uso came out, a lot of yeeting. They did it again, even more yeeting. My shoulders were tired by the end of it. But yes, the match was very good and crazy. This ended with Jey Uso and Roman Reigns winning. So the match was very good, very entertaining, kind of long, but it was crazy. They broke a barricade, which was fucking wild, but you know. The next match was Tiffy and Jade. Ended with Tiffy keeping her belt. I get, okay, listen, I understand the whole hype with Tiffy. Tiffy is great. But I don't know. I don't know, I can't get into her as much. She's real cute, and I do like her, but I'm not like head over heels like it's Tiffy time, you know? I don't know, she's a very good wrestler though. Good on the mic. She says some fucking out of pocket shit sometimes, but it's okay. That's what gets everything very interesting. Okay. With oh, who's texting me now? I have friends. Oh, nope. I just kind of want to see Jade with a singles title, honestly. So I hope that she does get a singles title very soon. I also just kind of feel like the match was really short, which was weird. Jade and Tiffy are really great wrestlers. They're amazing in the ring. I don't know why we had such a short match, and it was such a it was a good match, but it wasn't anything like too crazy memorable. Like the most that I remember is that Jade lost to Tiff. That was pretty much it. Alright, after that, Sami Zayn and Karrion Kross. Now, this was another match that was a very okay match. It wasn't anything crazy, and it was very short, honestly. Though, I will say, I was very happy for the match solely for the fact that Karrion Kross had a match. Karrion Kross has not had a match in months, okay? He has only ever had like little side segments, which I hate, and this is something that has always irked me when it comes to WWE. If you're a mid-card in WWE, it's almost like you're forever a mid-card. It's very difficult for mid-cards to go and be like full-time, like big-time wrestlers, you know? Which sucks because Karrion Kross, like, amazing at promos, amazing wrestler, and he has an amazing gimmick, and I don't get why they don't use that to their advantage. Especially since now we're getting a lot more wrestlers that are this kind of like dark, mysterious type of gimmicks. Damian Priest, Aleister Black, the Wyatt Six, you know? And these are people that fans really enjoy and really gravitate to, so I don't know why if we have Karrion Kross, who could fit so well in a storyline with Aleister Black or Damian Priest, why we don't use it, I don't know. It's very, very weird, and I really wish that they would use Karrion Kross even more, because he does put on good matches. He's a very good wrestler, and he does put on really good promos. So I don't get why we're not using him, okay? So yeah, the match was very okay with Karrion Kross and Sammy. I just was happy that Karrion Kross got a match, honestly. That's the biggest thing that I was happy about, okay? I look a fucking mess right now, but I don't even care. I cannot believe, as of editing this right now, they let go of Karrion Kross and Scarlett. I was hoping that with finally seeing them having a match after so long at SummerSlam that they're gonna start taking them seriously. I did not for a single second think that that was gonna be their final match at SummerSlam. And it didn't even have that crazy of a promotion for it to be like their final match in WWE. Like, sometimes WWE really wastes talent, and I'm both so mad about it, but I'm also kind of thankful, because if you're gonna keep wasting their talents, like, let them go to a different company that's actually gonna use them, obviously. I was so happy finally seeing Karrion Kross in matches again. I'm so mad. Logan Paul and Drew McIntyre versus Randy Orton and Jelly Roll. I'm not gonna lie, it was a very entertaining match. It was very entertaining and very interesting. This ended with, and the other match I forgot to say, ended with Sammy winning. Karrion Kross versus Sammy. Sammy won. Now, this match with Jelly Roll, it was very... Word, that's exactly how I feel. It was very entertaining. I don't know why we needed it though. It was such a random match. I feel like we could have gotten a much better match, honestly, with quite literally anyone else. Like, I would have loved to see Penta in a SummerSlam event. Penta is so cool, and he's another one that like everybody loves, and I don't get why we don't have more storyline with Penta. I don't know why we don't get more matches, big matches with Penta. But instead we get Jelly Roll and Logan Paul. The fuck? Yeah, I wasn't a big fan. This ended with Logan Paul and Drew McIntyre winning. It was a very entertaining match. I will say that. It was very entertaining to watch. I just feel like we could have done without it, or we could have done with a much better match. So, you know, the main event of night one. Do I even want to talk about this? The main event, night one, Gunther versus CM Punk. Listen, I have been a fan of CM Punk since I was like yay big, okay? Honestly, when I started watching wrestling, the reason why I kept coming back to watch wrestling was for CM Punk and for his wife AJ. Yeah, I'm a massive CM Punk fan, and when CM Punk left, I think I was like 10 years old when he left. I'm 20 now. He's finally back. My life is good again, okay? So, you know, I'm a diehard CM Punk fan. I'm waiting for the day I get to meet him. I'm also scared for the day I get to meet him because I know I'm gonna cry. I'm a diehard CM Punk fan, okay? And that is never going to leave my soul or my being, okay? I will defend that man for my entire life. Gunther versus CM Punk. Gunther versus CM Punk. I just, it's making me hug my knees. I'm so mad right now. Gunther versus CM Punk started as a very sad moment because Gunther was beating the shit out of CM Punk, and it was a lot, okay. But we ended up getting CM Punk rallying against everything. He put him in like 6 GTSs. It was insane, okay. CM Punk finally won back his world title. World championship. He won the belt. The excitement Okay, this wasn't like a 20-year-old Leilani excitement. This was like a 9-year-old Leilani who had been waiting for this forever. Okay, Gunther busted his nose open. Well, he busted his nose and broke his orbital, which is fucking crazy. Besides the point though. CM Punk won. He won. Can we just end the video there? Like, he won. That's it. I don't want to talk about it. CM Punk won. And this fucking bitch comes out with the Money in the Bank briefcase. Why? For what reason? I cannot explain to you the feeling of finally seeing CM Punk right there having a match. Finally being able to be there and see CM Punk finally get the damn belt he's always wanted. The excitement from being up here and then just going. For anyone who doesn't know, Seth, oh my god, I don't even want to say his name. Seth Rollins had injured himself about 2 months ago. I think it was the last PLE that he injured himself. He injured his knee. Man was in a can't. I don't want to talk about it. The man was in a fucking knee brace for months. Showing pictures of him with his daughter in a knee brace and crutches, going to airports in knee brace and crutches, and he came out in a knee brace and crutches, and I thought that he was just coming to put CM Punk on notice. I said, oh, he's got a knee brace on. He got crutches. He can't fight.
No!
No fucking way.
He can't take the damn belt!
This man dropped the crutches. He dropped the crutches and took off the knee brace. And he ran down and he catched it on CM Punk. When I tell you, I have never had my emotions fluctuate so fast. I was genuinely like, I think I was just kind of, I don't know what I think. I don't know what I did. I honestly don't know. I cannot begin to explain to you how pissed off I was, especially since I am a Seth Rollins fan. Not no more. I can't. Okay, and right now Seth Rollins has his little wannabe shield. Okay, wannabe shield because it's not the fucking shield. This makes me so mad. And they have been essentially terrorizing CM Punk since CM Punk came back. Seth Rollins and CM Punk don't like each other. We'll just put it that way. We'll put it lightly. I'm so mad right now. Just reliving it makes me so mad. Yeah, he cashed in. Took the belt. I just can't. I love Seth Rollins, but Seth Rollins needs to be fucking burned at the stake right now, okay? I can't take it. Same thing with Bronson Reed. Bronson Reed and Seth Rollins are over there burning at the stake in the back of my mind, okay? And Braun Breaker's facing the corner in timeout because he's too hot to put on the stake. Like, I can't burn him alive in my mind because he's too hot and I just can't take it. But he is in timeout, okay? I'm just so upset. I'm so upset. This happened last weekend, last Saturday. It is now Thursday, and I can't. I just can't. It has been, I've calmed down a bit. I apologize for my my little crash out just now. I've calmed down. we're gonna talk about night 2. We're not gonna talk or mention night 1. We're gonna talk about night 2. Okay. I honestly don't remember the order of these matches, so I'm just gonna put it how they're shown on here. First and foremost, we're gonna start Solo Sikoa, Jacob Fatu. I was expecting such a crazy match. It was supposed to be, or not supposed to be, it was in a steel cage. It felt kind of short. It wasn't that crazy of a match. I think it could have been bigger. You know, I expected a crazy match, Jacob Fatu and Solo. I think the way it ended was crazy. Essentially the whole bloodline, or the new bloodline, kind of joined in and costed Jacob the win, and tried to beat the shit out of Jacob. Didn't work. Jacob's a fucking beast. He took everyone out. And Jimmy almost kicked the cameraman, which I thought was pretty interesting. Cameramen don't know how to take a hint. So yeah. But yeah, the match, it was a good match. I don't know, I expected a bit more, but maybe that's just like my problem, you know? So it's okay. Becky Lynch versus Lyra Valkyria. This was, hold on, no DQ match for the Women's Intercontinental Championship. It was a really good match. I think it was a really, really good match. And I was really invested and really into it. And then there was a little slip up, a little botch that pulled me right out. Essentially, Lyra was zip tied together, and the whole thing was like, oh my god, she's beating the man with only her legs. Like, she doesn't even have her hands to defend herself. And I forgot what happened. I think she was like, had her arms around her, and she went to go slam Becky, and when she did so, her hand slipped right out the zip tie. And instead of playing it off and being like, oh, finally I'm free, and like just kind of rolling with it, Lyra tried to put her hand back in and went the rest of the match like this. I think if something like that happens, like a little slip up like that happens, you might as well just go with it. It was right in front of the camera, like everybody saw it. Her hands completely came apart, and then her trying to like go back in, and you know, it was a good match. It was a very good match. It's just in that very moment I was like really into it, and then that happened and I was like, it kind of lost me. It was a good match. Good match. I love Becky. Sorry, Lyra. Dominic Mysterio versus AJ Styles for Intercontinental Championship. The match was really good. AJ has been wanting to get his hands on Dominic for the longest, so it was really funny to watch this match. It was really, really good. Unfortunately, Dom kept his belt by cheating. I think it was really cool how AJ Styles came out as in Eddie Guerrero's gear, and with like the bouncy card. I never know what those things are called. I think that was really cool. He also came out with his son, which was really cool. Dom cheated for a majority of it, of course. That's how he retained his belt. Yeah. I'm not gonna go on another rant. I can't take it right now. Okay, this is a long one. Okay, we had a tag team, right? A 6-man tag team. Wyatt 6, MC, MG, DIY, the Street Profits, Fraxim, Andrade, and Rey Fenix. This was for the TLC match for the WWE Tag Team Championships. This match, I think that this match was the craziest fucking match probably of the whole night. Okay, I love TLC matches. I think they always get really crazy. If you don't know what TLC is, tables, ladders, chairs. Yeah, the match was fucking insane. So much was happening at once. It was really hard to like focus on everything. This ended with Wyatt 6 winning the belts. I am a massive Wyatt 6 fan. I'm a massive Wyatt family fan. A massive Bray Wyatt fan. And I'm really happy to be able to see, even with Bray Wyatt no longer being here, that they're still kind of carrying out with Wyatt 6. It makes me so happy, so I was so excited when they won. And I really hope we get some big storylines with Wyatt 6 as champions, so I love it. Women's triple threats for the Women's World Championship. Rhea Ripley, Naomi, Io Sky. I love Naomi. But I don't know. I think I'm just used to seeing Naomi as a babyface. Like seeing her as a heel now is like really weird to me. I don't fully like it. The match was really good, of course. It was Naomi, Io Sky, Ripley. If that match was bad, I think I would have went on a bigger rant than I just did for night 1's main event. But yeah, that match was insane. And then night 2's main event, which is like the main event overall for SummerSlam, John Cena versus Cody Rhodes. I'm about to go on another rant, people. I don't know what happened here. The match was really good. I'm not talking about the match. I'm talking about storyline wise. I don't know what happened suddenly for John Cena to go back to being babyface. I love John Cena as babyface. I did not like him as a heel. I feel like he didn't really work as a heel. My humble opinion, okay? I just think that him turning heel last minute for this retirement tour was like, why? I think a John Cena heel turn in like his prime in like the early 2000s or whatever, that shit would have been insane. But to do it now on his farewell tour, he just wasted 6 months being a heel for it essentially to lead nowhere was kind of weird to me. I didn't like it. There was a lot of rumors that Cody was gonna turn heel. That didn't happen, so I thought, oh, maybe like if Cody turns heel, which I'm happy he didn't because I don't like him as a heel, but if he would have turned heel, it would have made more sense for why John Cena is now babyface, but that didn't happen. I don't know. Storyline wise, I feel like there's a lot of plot holes. I feel like something must have happened back behind the scenes that they were like, oh, you know what, scrap this. Let John Cena be a babyface again. Because there was also no build-up, you know? My battery's dying. There was no build-up to John Cena going back to babyface. It just like Friday he was like, oh, well, you know, everyone left me, so I'm good again. It's like, why? But yeah, I have no problem with it. I like John Cena more as a babyface, so I'm not complaining. I just think that storyline wise, it could have been done a bit better. Could have been kind of dragged out a little bit. But you know, whatever. This was a street fight for the undisputed WWE Championship. John Cena went in as the champion. Did not leave as the champion. Cody took the belt from him. It was a really crazy match. So much shit happened. They ended up going to the audience. John Cena thought that he was like main character moment. Came up from like the fog. It was really dramatic. The ending of the match was interesting. Brock Lesnar's back. Listen, storyline wise, awesome storyline. The rivalry that Brock Lesnar had with John Cena, top tier. Okay, I think storyline wise it's great. I have no problem storyline wise. I think morally though, it's questionable. Okay, I'm not gonna go into it because that's not what this video is about, but let's just say to bring someone like that back at the height of WWE right now, it's definitely interesting choices. I can only hope that him being back will have a good rivalry and a good storyline. I don't think anything else that could be good will come out of this. But yeah, I feel very uncomfortable with Brock Lesnar kind of being back, just for the things that we know outside of storyline wise why I'm uncomfortable. I hope that all the girls keep themselves at a good distance. We'll just say that. All the women wrestlers just, you know, like COVID times, 6 feet apart, maybe more, you know. Storyline wise, I hope that this is gonna be good. I hope that they're gonna be able to run it back to Super Cena. That will be amazing. I would have wished that there was something better, but whatever. I really hope that this doesn't get dragged all the way to Survivor Series. Survivor Series is rumored to be John Cena's final match. He only has 4 months. That's the last PLE in 4 months that we're gonna have. So I'm hoping this doesn't get dragged all the way to Survivor Series, because I really don't want to see Brock Lesnar versus John Cena for his last match. I'm sorry, I know some people would love that. I don't want to see it though. I want to see either John Cena and Randy Orton for his final match, or John Cena and The Rock, which is kind of what I thought we were leading into with John Cena being heel, that he would turn on The Rock and then be a babyface again, and then they would have their last match. But no, I suppose. It also ended after getting F5'd by Brock Lesnar multiple times. I saw clips of John Cena leaving the arena. Made me want to cry. As a kid, I was a massive John Cena fan, okay? Always had one of his shirts on, and with this whole like retirement tour that he's doing, in the beginning of the year I was like, oh damn, that sucks, you know? But now that we're getting closer and closer, there's only 12 dates left that he's going to be wrestling for. Now that we're getting closer, I have some type of feelings. I'm feeling some type of way, you know? Yeah, it's really sad. And, you know, seeing him leaving, and you could just see on his face that, like, he's just taking everything in. Like, one last time, let me just take everything in. You know, John Cena is, like, the big face of WWE, at least for our generation. He's the big face for WWE, so the fact that he's retiring, it's sad. It's understandable, but it's sad. And yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe we'll have another chat about this for his actual last match, because right now I'm in denial. I'm in denial. Okay. But that last match is gonna be sad. Oh my god, I was telling my brother. He always comes out with like that towel. I was like, if he takes that towel, you know how some wrestlers, like, they'll retire and they'll leave their boots in the ring? He doesn't wear boots. So if he retires and he puts the towel on the mat with his hat and his wristband, don't talk to me. I will tell you that right now. If that fucking happens, do not talk to me. Do not expect a video from me. Do not expect any sort of contact from me. Don't expect to hear me, okay? Because that shit will break my heart, and I don't think I'll recover. I don't think I'm ready for that. I don't think the 10-year-old in me is ready for that, honestly. But yeah, those were the 2 nights of SummerSlam. It was chaotic. Again, shit was so crazy. I was exhausted Monday. I think Monday I took like 7 different naps. I was very happy I didn't have any dogs to watch or anything because I was exhausted. My throat was killing me. My mom had lost her voice. My dad almost lost his voice. Yeah. Shit was fucking crazy. And now this just leaves room for new storylines, which I don't know what the fuck is gonna happen, especially when it comes to CM Punk and Seth. CM Punk better get that fucking belt back, okay? Or I'm gonna have a word with the man. My hair's a mess. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
My camera died while I was recording an outro, so this is the only outro you're getting because this video is already mad fucking long. I did not expect it to be this long. This is the end of the video. Goodbye. I have one more clip of me freaking out while Seth came out, so enjoy that as my final goodbye. I will see you in the next video. Bye.